Hello, my name is Trydar. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build a Roman hospital in Minecraft. Let's get started. So let's take a look at our Roman hospital building. This is another building designed to go in the Roman fort series. In Latin, this is referred to as see if I can pronounce this, a Valtudentarium. In Greek, the word would be an Asklepion. I think I like the Greek one better. It's at least easier to say. But I can't really put a Valtudentarium as the title for the building because nobody will know what it is and they won't click on it. So I'm going to have to call it a Roman hospital instead. As you can see here, I've got a very simple Roman square building. We've got two entrances and a little atrium courtyard down there for the patients to recuperate a little in sheltered surroundings. The exterior is pretty plain though. It's meant to go in the Roman fort building, so it's not too extravagant. So if we go inside here, you can see you've got our little courtyard here. For some reason we've got a pig in here. Not really sure what he's doing in here. Perhaps he needs some medical attention. And if the doors are backwards. Anyway, so we have several rooms in here for various patients and doctors and storage and whatnot. Just very simple rooms. They're all pretty much the same. You can decorate these rooms however you please. They all have various sizes. And they're pretty much symmetrical also. Once you've seen two of these rooms, you've seen all the other ones. So the building has 8 rooms in total. And it should be a pretty decent, hospital, I think. So, you've already seen the materials list. Let's take a look at the dimensions here for Phase 1. Also, before I begin, I want to remark the entire building is available for download in the video description for both Java and Bedrock versions, as it always is. Except in the really old videos. Down here, we want to first start by laying out a 39 by 45 square of cobbled deep slate. Right here. Just follow the cobbled deep slate we see here. Let me get a altitude. Follow the little cobbled deep slate here, 39 by 45. And then behind that, on the interior, put in another course of cobbled deep slate behind that. And on the front of that, you can see we have a little step ledge here of cobbled slabs, just like so. And in the middle here, if we draw our center line, see if I can figure out where the center line is. I think it's going to be around here. Which means that we can divide this building in two. So what we're going to be building on the left side is going to be a mirror image of what we build on the right side. And out front here, we want to count over from this corner here, counting this block here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we want to do a straight run for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 blocks. I did get the center line right. And of course, that's going to be the little edge for our very simple decorative pediment we have on our Roman hospital building. Of course, you know, how would you know that it wasn't a Roman building if we didn't put one of those on it? So we have to do that. And then you want to go around and put the curb of cobblestone slabs all the way around, just like so. All the way around the rectangle. And then we want to lay out the floor. So let me just show you this here from the top down. You can see we just have a very simple checkerboard pattern here for the floor tile design. Because it's a fort building, we didn't do an elaborate mosaic. That would be for a high status building, which isn't this. So if we want to count back from this point here, we want to count back, including this one, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 blocks. And then go over for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks right there. And then run down the middle for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17 blocks there. And then that'll be the same for the rest of that. So you can put down a little step of cobblestone slabs right there in the middle, and that'll be the courtyard done as well. I half want to call this a cloister, but that's really a medieval term. And I think that's going to be all that there is for phase one. So go over your measurements 2 or possibly 3 times to get everything down just so. And then we can go on here to phase 2, where we're going to be laying out the lowermost portions of the walls for the rooms, now that we've done the foundational phase. So we're going to start here along our center line. And here is our doorway with our tree trunks. We've got our 4 blocks out front here for the diorite for our very simple Tuscan columns. Right there for the pediment. Right there. And behind that, you can see we have just sitting on top of, I think this is on top of the cobbled deep slate. We have this for the wall. It just runs all the way to the corner, and then you turn the corner and just go with a straight run all the way down until you get to this corner back here, and then all the way back to the doorway at the back. So if we want to go back here, let's take a look here. So we want to run this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. There, turn the corner to go for 3, put in your double doors, and then go for however many blocks it is from here all the way to the wall. And then from here, you can use what we previously placed. I don't think I really need to count that. You want to place in the inner wall dimensions. Right here, go for 3 blocks, place your double doors, and then go for however many that's going to be for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 blocks to place your other double doors, and then from here, you're just repeating the same pattern on this end that we did back down there. So let me get some altitude, show you the entire thing in profile. You can see that this building, once you do a quarter of it, the other 3 quarters are going to be pretty much exactly the same. Just like so. All right, so these next couple of phases are going to go pretty quick because we're just extending up the walls a bit. We're only going block at a time though. So extend up your columns here, extend up your door here, just like so. And here you can see we've got at various intervals, we're placing the window frames for the diorite over there that we can see. Just like so, for 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 3, and then the corners are just 3 right there. And then you want to go along the walls back around here, just like so. And then the same around the back. So let's take a look at the inside now. It's going to be our pattern. We're going to take a look at the outside, and then we're going to look at the interior. So cobblestone on top of the tuff, and then the diorite's being extended up here for the doors. So put in your double doors, just like so. And otherwise, on top of all the tuff and the diorite, you want to extend that just straight up, just like so here. I think this is about the easiest thing we can do as far as a tutorial goes, because of the simplicity of a building. You shouldn't have any trouble with that at all. All right, next phase here, tree trunk on its side, 3 blocks for the lintel over the doorway. And then here for our windows, we just have some very simple, I think it's going to be oak stair. It's not stairs. Fences. That might be spruce. I think it's oak though. It's whatever I put in the materials list. So for that there, for all the windows, so once you do one of these windows, like you see, you're doing, all the other windows are exactly the same. And you can see on that, wherever you put the cobblestone on the last phase, you now want to go around and put the stone bricks on top of that, just straight on top of it, just like you see done here. And of course, top of all your double doors, you want to go and put in the lintels over the doorway. Is that pig still here? Oh, wait. Is there a pig over? No? No. No. I guess he's doing the tutorial along with us. It's always nice to have company. Next phase here, a couple of tree trunks just straight up here for the doorway. And then otherwise you're extending up. We're pretty much reproducing the entire last phase, except we're doing cobblestone now instead of these stone bricks for all the rooms. So let's just take a flyby of the exterior here. And then take a look at the interior back here. Same detailing over the lintels for the double doors. Otherwise, the walls are just going straight up, as are the interior columns. All right, next phase, same deal again. We're finishing off our main doorway with a lintel of diorite here. We're back to the stone bricks and the diorite again, though. It's going to be a copy of kind of like this phase that we did down here. We're just capping off the window frames. I think we can just barely see off in the distance there. Just like so. Because this is a sort of a work-a-day type structure, we don't have too many exterior details to concern ourselves with. On this, we save that for the more important buildings. Although I imagine if you're hurt, a hospital would be a very important building. But still, it does have to fit in with the rest of the decor in the fort building, so it's all a cohesive whole. So it can't be too much nicer than the barracks buildings, is what I'm trying to say. So you can see in here, you're just doing the same interior with the diorite and the stone bricks and everything. Just going straight up on top of the wall foundations we already laid down. And over here for the next phase, we have the tops of our Tuscan columns here. We want to have just upside down stone brick stairs just right there on all four of the exterior and the columns at the back. And for all the interior walls, you want to go around and place tuff on top of those. And on top of all the windows, we want to have just a very simple lintel here of upside down stone bricks. You want to do this on every one of the windows in the building without exception. Even the windows we have, well, no, never mind. No, except for the windows we're going to have on the interior of the building. For the courtyard there. Not sure why I didn't put those there. Probably had a good reason. But anyway, let me just get a altitude. So you can see on top of all the cobblestone and the stone brick layers we've been doing, just put tuff on top of that. And for the colonnade on the interior here, just go around and put upside down stone bricks on all four of those sides there. All right, next phase. This next phase consists entirely of diorite. So on the front here, in fact, I'll just show you this from the top down. So we are connecting our pediment, and on top of our tuff that we put down, you want to go around and put diorite directly on top of all of that. On the exterior and the interior rooms, you can also see behind here, we're putting a rectangle of diorite as an entablature on top of the columns for the interior courtyard, just like so. I think you just leave 2 blocks of gap around those there. And the next phase here, we want to go around, and on top of our diorite, we want to put down cobblestone on top of all of that diorite we just put over here. Put down cobblestone on top of that. And then around the front, we want to have a cornice of upside down stone brick stairs here. Just all the way around the building, just like so. Also on the interior courtyard, we want to do the same. We want to have a rectangle of upside down stone brick stairs here. And underneath here, we want to have, I don't think I'll just show you that from the top, it'd be best. So we can see we have the oak tree trunks on their sides, and these are all going to be oak slabs. that we see here, just placed on the top there, not full blocks. Just show you that from below, how that's gonna fit in. You can see it's sitting right on top of our columns in a good, nice structural pattern, as it should be. So now we can see we have a lot of upside down stone stairs here. And veterans of previous tutorials immediately know that these are, of course, corbels that we are going to be putting our oak beams on as a structural device. I'll show you this, the entrance vestibule here. Those there, do both of those the same. Let's go in this room here, and you can see they're pretty much all spaced out from each other there. I'll just show you that from the top down here, or that room, and then this other room here. And remember, once you do those 2 rooms, all the other 6 rooms are going to be copies of those. So wherever you put the corbels in those other rooms, you want to go around and put them in all of the other ones as well. And so you need to go this way. All right, now we're going to put the ceilings on all those rooms here. I'll just stop here for a moment for the top down. We're also doing the roof tiles a bit. We've got the red nether brick here. Let's take a look at the detailing out here for the pediment design, though. So we can see here we do have this overhanging cobblestone run here. We do have this particular stone brick here that I want to refer to. This is the raking cornice for the building. Just like so, you want to build this pattern here. Build the same pattern on both sides. And then repeat it back there for the pediment at the back. All right, and then you want to do the red nether brick here, and then cobblestone behind that. Just like so. And then here for these rooms, we're going to have oak tree trunks on their sides. For the beams, these all should be sitting on top of the corbels. And of course, this oak here are oak slabs, of course. Just like so. So if we go down here, take a look at this room. This is what it should look like. Very simple ceiling design. And if we just take a quick look at the other room here, you can see we've got our oak beams sitting on these corbels here. So that's how it's tied into the building. It's a very ancient technique of building. So over here you can see we have the details for the courtyard interior. I don't think we need this cobblestone here. No, that's probably, I didn't optimize this building exactly to reduce infill, so it's going to be a few stray blocks. But you can see here we've got just a rectangle of cobblestone, then red nether brick behind that, and then I'm not sure this. I'm actually not sure that this cobblestone is needed either. You might not need to build that because it's just going to be below the roof. All right, so the cobblestone in here is sitting directly on top of the stone brick stairs, by the way, whereas it overhangs it on the exterior. All right, so we're in the home stretch now. We've got just a couple of more phases to go, 4 phases to go. And this is where we're going to be doing the roof tiles. So let's take a look here at the pediment design. Veterans of previous tutorials know how to do this, but I'll just, for completeness, I'll just take a look at it here, because this may be the first tutorial you're seeing from me, so don't want to leave you hanging. So just like so here. As you see, and build the same design here. You're going up full blocks and half slabs. I think these are going to be full blocks, and these in here are going to be the half slabs. So we can see here what we're doing is we're alternating in a checkerboard design the red nether brick and the deep slate tiles according to this pattern here. Just like so. Just take a look at this from the top down on both sides. Got a little cobblestone here. It's going to be some full blocks and half slabs. And I think that, yeah, okay, those are full blocks right there. So that's going to be a full block. And if we just go down the side of the building, we can see here where we have this dividing walls, where we have a little cobblestone rib. And then you just want to do the same pattern. Everything you did for this part here, you're just reproducing it here along the back for the second quadrant, and then for the third and the fourth, you're doing exactly the same thing. Just like so, all the way around the building. Now for the interior courtyard, we're doing the same detailing, just different numbering. So you can see here, very simple pattern. With the full blocks of red nether brick and the half slabs of deep slate tiles, just like so. Then we'll go on to the next phase here. We're just, now what we're doing is we're taking the same pattern we've been doing, we're just extending it up and then inwards a little bit. So we can see here our pediment is going to be shortly coming to a nice little conclusion here. Just like so, and you can see here we're just extending upwards and back with these cobblestone diagonals here for the ribbing on the roof tiles. Same roof tiling I've used for most all the Roman buildings. The earlier ones had a slightly different pattern that was more it was more of a pain to build. I've defaulted to this pattern here just because it's easier to do, and it looks just as good. No need to be too complicated. They are just roof tiles. And same deal here, of course, for the interior courtyard. And there's Mr. Piggy again. Chilling out down there. I think he must have got copied and pasted from like the first pig I punched way back in the start of the tutorial. Anyway, so back over here for the pediment. We're almost done. We finished off the tympanum here with the diorite. And finishing off the cornices, everything here, just like so. And of course, everything is getting to the top here, so it's just going to get squished together. We can see we've got the cobblestone ridge lines now making their appearance on the roof, which means that we're almost done. So I'm just going to take a quick look through here. Just like so. And then let's take a look here at the last phase. I think we've finished the roof tiling. I think there's just some half slabs that we're putting down here. I'm pretty sure these are half slabs. Half slab there, stone bricks, and then the rest of it's going to be cobblestone half slabs put right on top of all the rest of the cobblestone. Although now that I'm looking at this, I'm not entirely sure I did that detailing correct. I'm kind of thinking maybe we should have, I'm improvising here, maybe we should have done that there. Well, like every one of these blocks here, just put in red nether brick like that there. It makes the roof line ridge look less up and down, just like so. It gives us a nice pleasing thing here. I'm just adding this as an extra bonus if you want to change your building just a little bit. It's not a huge change, but you know, it's one of these things. One of my little pet peeves, I think. I think it looks just a little bit nicer. But you can make the call depending on however you want to do that, because this is now your Roman hospital or Asclepion or Val Tudendarium. if you want to go with the Latin. And once you have done all of that, your Roman hospital will be complete.